Welcome to WebStylePlus. In this video, we are going to create a simple and most easy to-do list app using React.js. We will use Bootstrap for basic styling. You can also use Reactstrap. We will also use FontAwesome icons in this React.js project. We will use function components and React hooks. Using this app, we can add new task or to-do in to-do list. Mark task as completed, delete task, update task. This is how it looks like. We can mark this task as completed. Basically, we can toggle its status. We can edit this task. Update. Or we can cancel the update. We can add a new task. And we can delete the task as well. And if to-do list is empty, we will see a message like no tasks. Let's install ReactJS App using Create React App. Use your terminal and use command npx create React App and then app name. Generic React App installed. Close the terminal. Go inside the folder where the app was installed. Copy the path. Open this path in code editor. Now in this folder, open terminal and use command npm start. This is our newly installed app. Let's get rid of useless stuff. Now this is our app. And this is the CSS file. Now first, let's install Bootstrap and FontAwesome. This is Bootstrap and this is Reactstrap. We can install Bootstrap by using this command npm install -- save bootstrap. And for FontAwesome, go to start, go to React, and from here you can use this command npm i -- save FontAwesome React FontAwesome latest. And to use it, go to this link, add some icons. And you can import and use icons like this. Import icon name from FontAwesome free solid SVG icons. But we will need to install FontAwesome free solid SVG icons as well. So we will need to install free solid SVG icons, this command, and we will need this command. Stop localhost, install Bootstrap, npm install -- save bootstrap. Then FontAwesome React FontAwesome latest. And then FontAwesome free solid SVG icons. So our packages have been installed. Start the app again. And let's start creating the app by importing Bootstrap and FontAwesome in our app. First of all, let's import React and use state from React. Then import Bootstrap from node modules. Bootstrap dist CSS Bootstrap min CSS. Then import FontAwesome icon from FontAwesome React FontAwesome. Then import From FontAwesome free solid SVG icons, we will need few icons like FA, circle, check, FA pen, and then FA trash can. We will need these three icons. FA circle check to mark task as completed, FA pen to edit the task, and FA trash can for the button that will delete the task. Save. This is our CSS import. Let's apply some styles. For body, background color dark gray and color white. Save. And then let's use container class from Bootstrap for this app. Probably use some breaks here. And title for the app. Save. To-do list app ReactJS. We don't need this text now. Okay, first of all, let's display some tasks or display to-do list to at least see that what we are going to build. This is our state. We will keep few tasks. Const to-do set to-do use state. And this is an array with objects. We have got the IDs, the title, status, false or true. We will keep few tasks by default from start to show something in app. Later we will remove these default tasks. And if this status will be true, it means the task is completed. And if it is false, it means this task is not completed. We will also need a temp state. New task, set new task, use state. And update data, set update data, use state. Or here you can also use update task or set update task. New task will be used to hold temporary data that will be added as new task in task list. And update data will hold task that is being edited. And also for this temp state, use these quotes. Don't leave this empty to avoid error like a component is changing an uncontrolled input to be controlled. So this was the tip. Save. We will need a few functions here. Function to add a task. Function to delete task. This task will need an ID to identify the task to be deleted. We will need another function to mark task as done or completed. It will also need a parameter like ID. Then we will need a function to cancel update. Then a function to change task for update. Change task. It will take an event and it will get the value from the event. Then we will need a function to update task. Update task, and that's it. These functions will control our app. This is the main state, storing the to-do list or tasks, and this is the temporary state when we will use inputs to add a new task or to update the task that is already in this system in this state. And these are the functions that will control the app. Okay. Display ToDos. Well, if there are no ToDos in state, we should display a message like ToDo and ToDo. This ToDo is from state here, from here. If this ToDo has got some records dot length, then don't display anything. If that list is empty, then display a message, no tasks, save. So here we've got no message, but if we remove these, then we've got this message, no tasks. Let's bring back these tasks. So let's display these here. So again, ToDo and ToDo dot map task. Let's take an index as well, because we will have to display 1, 2, 3, 4 numbering for the tasks, and this is the task, individual task from this ToDo list. Return React fragment, and we've got these tasks, task 1 and task 2. We'll have to provide key prop for this record task ID. And here index plus 1. So this is 1 and 2. Plus 1, because if we don't use it, then it will start from 0. Let's style these. Div class name, column, and then task bg. Div class name. Here we want to use a class dependent on task status. If task.status is true, then display a class called done, else no class. Move these two inside this. Now for the CSS, task bg and task bg done. Done class is here, and we've got another class task text inside it. So it would like task bg done and task text. Text decoration line through. This is the task that is done, and its opacity is 0.3 if the task is done. And for the task bg, we have these styles: background color grayish, border radius, margin bottom, padding, text align left, font size, and position relative. So this is task number for this number, task number. And for the task number, we've got its color, its border, border radius, width and height, display flex, text line center, font size, margin right, and align item center, justify content center. Now this should also be flex. Task text should be flex 1. Task bg div. This div should be flex. Display flex, line items center. Now this is perfect. 1, 2. Now these are our tasks in the list, in the state. If we turn it to true, save, no change here for the task. Task status done. Let's see if it's got the class done. So here we've got no class. If we add class here, done. Yeah, this task is marked now. So, but we are not getting this class here. So here is this typo here, status, save. Now we have got this task marked as completed. If this is true here, so we'll use false here again. So these are our tasks being displayed here. Now we need some icons here to mark these tasks as completed and to delete these tasks and to edit these tasks. To do that, after this div, we will have another div wrapper for the icons with class icons wrap, and inside we will have 3 spans. Each span will have an icon. FontAwesome icon, and icon name is FA circle check that we imported here. FontAwesome icon and this icon, and this is the icon that we've got here. And here is the edit icon, FA pen, and here icon will be FA trash can. Save. We've got 3 icons here. Let's style these icons. This is the wrapper for the icon with position absolute, top 50%, transform, translate y minus 50%, and right 15 pixels width and display line block. So these are at the right side. And then we've got span inside icons wrap. It's got display line block, margin, some margin from left and right, and cursor pointer, and they've got some colors. And we've got its hover state as well. Hover state will be yellow. So I am happy with the styling. And if this task text increases, we have this state. Yeah, we don't need to use done here. Flex 1. Now it is fine. So I'm happy with the styling. There is one more class that we will need. We might need it. Margin right 20 pixels. And that's that for the CSS. So here before map, I would also like to sort the records. Sort in some order and then use map over object. So this is not necessary, but if in case this record is above the other record, so ID here ID is 2 and 1, but here you can see task 1, task 2 in order. But if we don't use this sort, then you see task 2 is above task 1. So that is why I like to use sort before map. Let's give some title for these spans. Completed, not completed for this icon. And here title edit. And here title will be delete. So that is also completed. we have displayed our records. So records can be like these. Now we have to display forms to take new task and to add the task in the state and to update task. Form can be above here. So let's create those forms here. This is our form for new task, to add new task. And this is our form to update task. So that's that. Let's handle adding task first. We will use this temp state, new task and set new task. So its value will be new task on change event handler set new task e.target.value. Save. Inspect components. And as you can see, as I type here, we've got this state changing. And these are our tasks that are already added there. So after we type the task here and then click here, this task should be added here. So for this button, on click, add task. And we have got a function to add task here. So as we type here, this value is stored here. To add the task, we take the title populated from temp state and prepare our object containing new ID, new title, and status, and update state that contains to-do list, this list. So here, if we've got new task, if we've got something here, then create an ID. Let num to-do dot length +1. Its length is 2. New task will be added with ID 3. So we are preparing that ID here. Then let new entry equals, this is the object that we have to prepare. ID, that will be num. Title, that will be new task. This is the new task, that something that is this thing that is stored here. This will be the title. And status, initial status will be false. Then we have to hit this one, set to do. Set to do. Here we will take an array. To do first will be this one, whatever is inside here, and then we will insert this new entry here. This will be 3 dots. So this data will replace this, and then we'll empty this one. Set new task, empty. To clear this one, we took copy of all tasks from state and added a new entry with it, and then inserted it here. And then we cleared this temp state to clear this value. Save. So now task 3, add task, and task 3 is added here. task 4, and it was added here. So this thing is working. And in this state, as you can see, we've got new tasks added here. Let's delete task and mark task completed before update, because these are really easy to do. Delete task. This button will delete the task. So here for this pan, on click, delete task, task ID. It will transfer a parameter. It will transfer the ID. We're mapping our object so we can get the ID, and that's it. This is our function. It is receiving the parameter, receiving the ID that is to be deleted from the state. Now let new tasks ToDo dot filter. Inside filter, task ID not equals ID. This ID. We used filter method to exclude record with this ID. We applied filter method on this array and we filtered out a record with this ID that we received here. And then we will insert this new tasks here again with set to do. After this, set to do new tasks. Save. Here we updated state for the tasks. And let's see. Delete, 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 delete. And it is working. And don't mind this outline while I do something here, because it will not show if I close this inspector. Now it will not show. Okay, now add task is done, delete task is done. Let's mark the task as done or completed. It will also need the ID. This button is responsible to mark the task as completed. So on click, mark done, and it will take the ID, task ID. Task is coming from here, from map, and that's it. Now this is our function. We got the ID as parameter. Let new tasks or new task to do dot map. We will use map over this object to do task if task dot ID equals ID, this ID, then return task but with status, not task dot status. So basically toggle this status. If it is true, change it to false. If it is false, change it to true. Then we will return task again here. And here we did something here, but updating the state is remaining. So set to do this new task, set to do. So for this object, this will be applied. We used map and kind of tracked the ID. If ID is equal to this past ID, change its status from false to true or from true to false. Let's see. And yes, it is working. So if this status is completed for this task, This icon should not be here. Let's handle that. So we've got this pen icon here. If the task status is true, then don't show this edit icon. In other case, show the icon, and we'll put this inside this ternary operator. Save, and as you can see, edit icon gone. So this was also done. Now we have to handle update. So to handle update, we have got temp state, this update data and set update data. So idea is to click at this icon and get its title here. And then we will be able to change that data, and on clicking this update button, that task should be updated. And cancel update will just clear this state. So first, let's handle that. Cancel update will empty this temp state. So let's first handle this thing. Click of this edit icon. Set update data. So here we have to take this whole object with ID, with the title, and with the status, and populate it here. Update data at this position. On click of this edit button, on click, set update data. ID is task ID, and again this task is coming from this map. And next we have got title, task, title. Then we have got status, task, status. If we have got task status true, then it is true, otherwise it's false. So we created this whole object and inserted it in this state. Like if I click here now, nothing happens because we have to populate this input with this information: ID, title, status. ID, title, status. So now we go to this update area and this input. Its value will be update data and an update data dot title. So this update data is here, this update data, and we have got the title inside it that we populated from here, and the title will be displayed here. And on change task, this change task is this one. So now you can see, if we click at this edit button, data is being populated here, but it is not editable. So we have got the event here, new entry, and here we prepare the object and update the object. Basically here will be the ID, title, status. We will take the ID and status from here, from this temp state that we populated earlier, update data dot ID. And for this status, update data dot status true, false. If we have got the update data dot status is true, then it's true, else it is false. But for the title, we will get the title, updated title from here, e dot target dot value. Save. Now we have to update the state. Set update data, the temp state. Save data. Save. And now we are able to update this. Task 2, update, edit this, change. It is working. This set update, this is the temp state. We are working here. At click of this button, this edit button, we populated a whole record here with ID, with title, and with status. Then we extracted the ID and status from here and updated this by using this information. But its title value will be derived from this event target value. So let me say it again. Get the event value from the input and change the object stored in the temp state. ID and state will remain same. Only title will be changed as we type. So we've got the record here and it is being changed. Now when we will hit this update button, we take the updated object from state, from this temp state. This temp state. Compare its ID from the IDs in our original state of to-do list. Then we remove that record with that ID from original to-do list and add this updated object that is stored here in temp state into this list. Update task. This is our form that is updating the record. This is the update button. On click, update task. Save. And now this is the update task. So now let's filter records. Remove old to-do with the same ID and get the remaining data using filter method. 3 dots to do. This is our original to-do list. Dot filter task task.id not equal to update data dot id. So take all the records from here, excluding the record with ID that matches this ID. And this ID is coming from our temp state that we populated here. So after filter, we prepare the object with edited record plus remaining data from object here. Updated object, filter records, update data. So this update data has got complete record that is to be updated. It has got the ID, the status, the title, and similar record that was in to do was deleted or excluded here. And now we push it to state. Set to do original state. Updated object will be pushed, and then we clear the state. Temp state set update data, make it empty. Okay, so edit it, task 1 update, and it was updated. It was marked as completed. It was deleted. Edit the task, update, and it was updated. Edit task, update, it was updated. Now this form should be here when we click add this button, or when we've got this temp state filled with the data by clicking one of these edit buttons. Otherwise it shouldn't be here. So to handle this is update task, let's use ternary operator here. If this update data and update data has got something, then show the record, else show something else. So this update form will go here. And this new task form will go here. We've got some problem here. Here we don't need this semicolon, save, and we don't need this one here. Basically we need bracket, closing bracket here. Save. So now we've got this add task form. Task was added. Now let's edit this task. Update. Let's edit this task. Update. Let's edit this task. If I click at this update button, then this update form appears. Update, and it was updated. And when it is done, when I hit the update button, then the update form disappears, and then this add task form appears back. Edit, cancel. So cancel is not working. Cancel button is here. Cancel is this one. So we have to trigger this function. This function was not triggered. This cancel update. Cancel. On click, cancel update, save. Now cancel will work. Cancel will just clear the temp state, and when there is no temp state, we show our add task form. So now task is being marked as complete or not complete, and we can delete the task. We can edit the task. and we can add more tasks to our app in our to-do list app. Brilliant. Now this has been done. Furthermore, we can use the local storage or JSON file to store these records, and we can just remove these records now. Save, and we have got no records here. Task 1, add, and we've got task 1. Task 2 here, and this is task 2. Edit, task 3, update, it is being updated, deleted, inspect, components, app, this date. We've got one record, delete, and it was gone. 1, 2, 3, add task, and this task was added. 4, 5, 6, add task, another task was added. 7, 8, 9, add task. So for this 1 to 3, mark it complete, and it is true now, and it is false again. Edit, and you see this data was populated here with ID, with title, and with status false. And here we can change it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you can see it is being updated here. And now when I will update it, it was updated here, and this state was cleared. Edit, and this data was populated. This data populated, and if I cancel it, this state cleared. So that is the whole story. Now we have got our app, but this whole component, it is all stored in one component, and now it is a huge component. We can break it down into components. So let's do that. At least we can break this thing down. This can go in another component, and this form can go in another component, and this whole thing can go in another component. So let's go to our files in the src folder, create new folder, components. Inside components, new file, add task form.jsx. Update form.jsx, and ToDo.jsx. So here, import add task form from components, add task form .jsx, 1, 2, 3, update form ToDo, update form, So here, const add task form, import default, add task form. Similarly here, update form, and here ToDo. Okay. Now for the add task form. Add task form is this one, add task. This complete thing will go there. Add task form, and we will need props here. New task, set new task, and add task. These are props. Save, and these props will be here. Breaking down into components is very easy. Save, and now for this update form, update form, and here will be the props. Props are like these. Basically follow these squiggly red lines. This is the missing data. These are the props that are needed. Save, and now this to do this whole thing. To do React fragment. For React fragment, we need this thing. We need to import React. Save, and now we don't need React here. And also we need these. We need FontAwesome and these basically here. For the icons, markdown is a prop here. Set update data is a prop. Delete task is a prop. So we've got something here. So that's that. Now it is complete. So this is our to do. This is add task form. This is update form. And these are our functions or event handlers. And everything is pretty and good. This is to do component. This is update form component. And this is add task form component. And this is our app main component. Let's check it out. One more time, refresh. And we've got no tasks. Task 1, task 2, task 3. Mark the task as completed. Delete it. Edit it. Update, and it was updated. So that is that, guys. Really easy to-do list app in React.js. I have already created an app with complete CRUD operation by using Express.js, JSON records, and add, update, and delete functions in React.js. I will link that tutorial in description as well. Also, there was a mistake here. So consider that this is a JavaScript file and this is a JavaScript object. This is a JavaScript object. Key value. Key value. And this is a JSON file and this is JSON object. It has got key value. Key value. JavaScript object has key value pairs. Do not use quotes or double quotes for keys in JavaScript objects unless you have to. For keys with more than one word, such as this, use quotes. Otherwise, don't. Quotes are used for keys in JSON object, not in JavaScript object. This is a JSON object. Here keys are in double quotes. So keys in double quotes for JSON object, but don't use in JavaScript object. So this was a mistake here. Also, there was a spell mistake. Status, status. Key value, and key value. So now it is fixed. This was the app. Refresh the page. Toggle status. Edit task. Update. Add new task. Another task. Delete the task. Edit again. So it is all working. files for this project, link to the files for this project will also be provided in the description below. Okay, I hope it helped. Like, share, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.